Okay, everyone, I'm back. And again, I just said that about, Zeke had taken that damage from the primeval um, regent. So we're going to put that down. And next up is N1. And I believe she did really good. Yeah, because the primeval regent had a 12. Oh, and just like, when you missed, that's like just now when we did that with Zeke, that's like the primeval regent hit him. And of course, you probably already knew that and scored 1 damage. Um, Enwin, though, has a 13. All she needed was a 12. And plus, on her hero card, she has a +3. So she scored, that was awesome. She hit him with a 16. But again, only 1 damage on that bow. So she can hit him for 1 damage. But I'm going to show you something here in a second. So we did land 1 damage, right? You're going to like what's coming up. Promise. Unfortunately, Zeke had to defend in the 3rd phase, remember, with mythical. Even with a +1, that's 7. And what makes matters worse is that on the card, that's 2. He's going to take 2 damage. See that? So Zeke will take 2 damage here. So 1, 2, he's down to 5. See, he has low health, but he's great with special abilities. Again, when I told you this was reckless to go in to do this. However, I want to show you something. I bet you forgot about this one. Enwin has dual shot. So let's take a look at this. That's the cost. When she acquired this, she paid 2 life force to acquire this. 2 essence to activate it. At the end of a combat round, which it is, if the archer dealt damage from a successful ranged warfare roll, but this was, yes, okay, ranged warfare roll, dual shot may be activated. Once activated, roll 1d6 and consult the chart below. So we have a potential to hit this thing for 2 more damage, right? So let's get her hero card. See, how awesome was that? And we're going to pay gladly this 2 essence, 1, 2. So she's down to 5 essence. You saw that, right? And the orange is essence. So we paid that. So picture, she did, and now she's going to pull another shot out from her bow, and she is going to try to hit the primeval regent for possibly 2. That would be so awesome. We need a 6. So let's see. So basically, picture this. This is like her lining up the shot to shoot at this thing. And 3. Okay, well, she did 1 extra damage to it. So there you go. So that's 1 damage extra. So he has 3 damage left, right? Okay. So we're going to put that. Now remember, see the arrow? We used that. We can't use it anymore. It has to be unchanneled. Okay, so we're going to go into the next round. And then, so he has, I'm going to set his health right here. But remember, that ability, remember, chamber battles are persistent. Before combat means you only do that 1 time. If it was worded to say every combat, before every combat round, but this is only, when you see before combat, it's only 1 time. So what we're going to do, of course, is we're going to take the tokens here, give them a shuffle, and lay them out. Okay, so mythical is up first, followed by arcane and ranged. And quite simply, we already laid out what we're going to do, and we're just going to carry that over. And I'm not going to move the camera to save time. So again, Zeke is going to attempt to defend in mythical. We're going to push that up here. Hopefully you can see all that up there. In phase 2, Zeke is going to attack again with his staff in phase 2. And finally, N1 in 3 is going to attack. Let's get the dice again. So we need arcane, mythical, and ranged. That rolled out, but I will keep that. I always look to see how good did they do. Well, Zeke did awesome. N1 not so hot. Okay, let's take a look at this. Again, go into this. 15, first phase was physical. Zeke has a 12, And I'm not going to keep moving the card, but he had a +1. That's only 14. He's going to take another 2 damage from this. So 1, 2. He's down to 3 health. And then phase 2 was Arcane. Absolutely awesome hit. I mean, that was, what, 16? And then plus his card, he had a +3 there, 19. So we can deal another damage to the Primeval Regent. So there was one right here. I think that one fell. Because we had 2 damage on him, right? So he had 2. Oh, it's right here. So let's. We're going to take those away. He has 3 damage on him. Lastly, Enwyn. She needed a 12 to land a hit. 7. 7, and that is 10. No, she's too shy. She's going to take a damage for that. So she is down to 8. So he only has 2 health left, right, guys? We can do this, I think. Hopefully next round. So that's it. We're going to just go again. Just simply put the dice back in. And we're going to give these a shuffle. You always do these to see what comes up per round. But you can see how quicker this would go if I wasn't, explaining everything. So, like that. And you use whatever method you want, the shuffle or shake them, whatever is easier for you. Now see, this is a classic case. Hopefully you can see that. This is where we would want, I wish ranged would have came up first, because Zeke is going to have to combat that. And so that's what I was saying before. That's why it's always better. You want the stuff you're strong in at the top to kill that. But again, Zeke's going to defend. Zeke is going to attack in phase 2, finally. And Wynn is going to attack in phase 3. So we only need 2 more and he's dead. I think we possibly did it. 7. He's going to take damage on that. Okay, that's an 8. Well, we can already see from this that he didn't do too good again. 7, and even with his 1, that's an 8. He's going to take 2 damage. He has 1 health left. Okay? However, 8, 9, 10, 11, and he, you know what? Zeke is killed. You're going to see resurrection. Zeke is dead. He's out. So what's going to happen is we're going to leave him in here right now. We're going to tilt over here. We're going to tilt his hero down. And I'm going to show you at the end of combat what's going to happen. Enwyn is going to be left on her own to fight this. I think you guys are digging this, right? So just imagine this is going on. This Primeval Regent has killed Zeke. He's gone. And then Enwyn, though, 8. On her hero card, she has a 13, or 3. That would equal 13. And then, and yes, so she did score. She has the hit. Isn't this, this is like the perfect thing to show you guys how awesome combat is. But again, this was reckless to go in after a level 2 unprepared. So check this out. Zeke's on the ground dead. We're going to the top of a round, right? Primeval Regent versus Enwyn. Let's do this. Put all the dice back in the cup. Shake these up. Now is when, more than ever, we would want range to come up first. But I'm going to have to show you what we're going to have to do. Just going to lay these down like this. Yes, look at that. And you can tell I did not cheat. I never cheat at games. Okay, so let me explain what's going to go on here. Most definitely, she's in there by herself, right? She's going to attack in phase 1. We're going to hopefully kill him. She's going to have to defend in both of those phases. That's why you want to rally heroes together. So check it out. We're going to come over here. Let's get her, here's her hero card. She is, of course, going to, let's get all the tokens here. So in phase 1, that's what we wanted. She's going to attack with her hunting bow right here. That's channel. That would have come in really handy right now. She can attack in phase 1. She's going to have to defend in those 2 if she doesn't kill it. I think you guys are hanging on this die roll, right? So remember, we could add a +3 to this. Let's see what's going to happen. Come on, Enwin. This would be so awesome to kill it. Oh my god. Do you believe that? Oh boy. Okay, so let's take a look. 5. Well, that was a 5. That turned to 1. That was a 5. I'm not going to cheat. 3, terrible. Well, that was good though. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Even with 3, that's an 8. She had to get a 12. And one's going to take a damage. That's 1, because there's a 1 there. Terrible. 3 in arcane warfare. You know, this is this solo hero trying to fight this thing off. She's going to take another damage. However, in mythical, that's our last phase, she scored a 17, but we have to look. -3. So that 17, you remember, she's not proficient in this. 17, that's going to be 14. However, she didn't exceed that. She's going to take 2 damage. Okay, she could be killed also in the next round. Let's keep this going here. What you saw is we're going to keep the same thing. I think you guys got the hang of this, right? Let's put these back in the dice cup. This would be so awesome now to kill him, because she could be killed in this next round. Okay, we're just going to put him down randomly. Nope. Did I tell you Dungeon Crusade was hard? I don't know if I mentioned that one yet. Or use better strategy than what I did. Okay, so quite simply, let's take a look here. There is Arcane. We're going to have to, of course, defend. We're going to have to defend in Mythical again, and we're going to, of course, attack in the third phase. But remember, if she would have another weapon, she could attack, because she'd be dual wielding. So let's see what happens. Hopefully she can kill him in this round. Oh, that's awesome. But unfortunately, well, let's line all this up. 5, and okay, so consulting this again with that. You know, she scored a 12. She's not proficient. She has to -2, 10. She is going to take a hit. Right? Yep. She's going to take a hit from that. I'm sorry I forgot to mention that before. I was just caught up in the battle and explaining everything. So that's 1. Moving on, of course, 3. That's terrible. -3. She scored a 0. She's going to take 2. Look at this. 1 health left. That's it. You saw it unfold. Lastly, she had to score a 12. She scored an 11, right? Add 3, 14. And she kills the primeval regent in the last phase. That was one heck of a battle. There you go. That was insane. I hope you guys kind of enjoyed that. Again, reckless tactics I used for that. Reckless. So let's take a look here what we're going to get. Let's get the gold first, okay? So there's 300 gold there, see? So let's take 300 gold. 2, 3. Okay, put that over here. She's going to get 2 life force for that. She killed that. There's her 2 life force. And then she has a loot roll of 15 plus. So just, you know, of course, if you can score that. Nine. No. And there is a 9. So we did not get that. So that ended this. My battery's about to die. I will be right back, and we're going to finish up one more video, and I think this is done.